Welcome back, everybody. Today we want to talk to you guys a little bit about etiquette when performing Brazilian and bikini waxing. As an esthetician, we spend a lot of time in intimate spaces with our clients. Intimate waxing specifically can be nerve-wracking for both them and you. A Brazilian wax entails removing the hair from the front, sides, and back of the pubic region. You can leave hair in a patch or design if your client so desires. This entire process is in your hands, so it's okay to be nervous, especially if you don't have years of experience under your belt. That's why it's important to practice etiquette when performing Brazilian and bikini waxes. Alright, first things first, let's talk about a couple of pre-appointment tips for your client that ultimately make your job easier. Number 1, make sure that your client does not schedule their appointment right before or during their period. Your period can cause your pain threshold to lower, meaning that the wax might be a little more painful or uncomfortable than it needs to be. Number 2, make sure that your client exfoliates the area 24 hours prior to the wax appointment. Make sure that it's at least 24 hours before, because if it's too close to the wax appointment, the skin again might be too sensitive, making it more uncomfortable than it should be for your client. Number 3, make sure your client wears loose-fitting clothing the day of their appointment. You don't want to wear clothes that's too tight or rubbing against the skin after a wax, as that can be uncomfortable or irritate the skin. Number 4, if your client has a lower pain tolerance, advise them to take an ibuprofen or an acetaminophen at least 1 hour prior to their appointment to reduce the pain. Number 5, make sure your client avoids any alcohol before their appointment, as this can also lower their tolerance or thin the blood in their body, making a lesion more possible during your waxing appointment. And number 6, make sure that your client's hair is grown out at least to the length of a grain of rice, or about 1/4 of an inch. If it's longer than that, it might hurt a little bit more than it needs to, and if it's shorter than that, the wax might have trouble adhering to the hair. Now let's move on to preparing the room and beginning the service. Before your guest comes in, you want to make sure that your room is sanitized and ready to go. At the beginning of the service, introduce yourself and maintain eye contact. Let your client know exactly how the process is going to go so that they know what to expect and they're not surprised by anything. Step out of the room for a few minutes and allow your client to undress. Offer wipes if you have them available for your client to freshen up if they so desire. Okay, now your next step is choosing your wax and servicing your client. If you already know your client, then you know what their skin type is and which wax to use for their skin type. If they are a new client, then based off of their intake form and a quick skin analysis, you'll be able to determine which is the perfect wax formula for their skin type. Remember to always test your wax on yourself first. If the temperature is good, then you are ready to go. Apply Starpil gel prepple to the area to cleanse and prep the skin, and give it a couple of minutes to dry. When applying the wax, lay your wax strips with even pressure throughout. Make sure you're holding the skin taut at removal and remove quickly. Apply pressure as soon as you remove the wax strip every time. Make sure you ask your client every so often how they're doing and if they need a quick breather. But be sure not to ask them way too many times, because you might just focus them on the fact of their current position. Alright, now you should be reaching the end of your service / post-service. Once the wax is done, apply Starpil post-emulsion lotion to calm and soothe the skin down. If you offer any add-on services, like for example the Starpil Brazilian waxing mask, then offer them to your client at this time. When everything is said and done, step out of the room again and allow your clients a few minutes to redress themselves. When you step back into the room, be sure to take a few minutes to explain aftercare to your client, including any products that you offer to take home, like the Starpil hair puller. When you walk your client out, reassure them that it's best to schedule their appointment ahead of time and schedule their next one at that moment if possible for them. And really the last step is to breathe. It's over now and you are done. Your client is happy and satisfied with the results, and you've just performed your next successful Brazilian wax. If you use these helpful tips, you'll feel more prepared and confident each time. And remember, to shop any of the Starpil products mentioned in this video, they're listed in the description box below. To shop all Starpil products or to check out our latest blog, visit us at starpilwax.com. Don't miss out on any exclusive specials, giveaways, or updates by following us on Instagram and Facebook at Starpil Wax. My name is Jalices, and from all of us here at Starpil, we really hope you learned something with us today about Brazilian waxing etiquette, and we'll see you in the next one.